Hello guys, welcome to DATAHACKS. In this video, I'm gonna explain about the useEffect hooks. useEffect is a tool that let us interact with the outside world, but it will not affect the rendering or performance of the component. So you can think, what is the meaning of effect in useEffect? We call this effect as a functional programming which contains set of instruction. So we also call this as a side effect. Side effect means nothing but we cannot predict the output of the side effect. It will not provide the same output for every request, and the input for the function or component will be provided from the outside or by user. So these are the properties of side effect. Next, I'm gonna explain about the flow of useEffect. After triggering component, first it will mount the useEffect and it will check for the dependency changes. So after checking this dependency changes, if there is a dependency change, then it will trigger the re-rendering and it will re-render the UI, and it will check there is any dependency changes is there or not. If there is nothing, then it will unmount the useEffect and it will exit the useEffect. Next, we are going to see the what are the purpose of useEffect. So we can call this as a side effect. The main actions which we are going to run inside the useEffect are examples of side effect. First, we can make API call to get the data from the server. Next, we can interact with the browser APIs like document.title. We cannot directly access these tags or document in browser APIs. So we have to use within the useEffect, because at the rendering time itself we cannot access the browser. After rendering process only we can access. So that's why we are using this useEffect. Finally, so timing function like set timeout and set interval has been used inside the useEffect. These are the some common actions for the side effects. Next, we have different useEffect methods. First, we have a useEffect without dependency. Next, we have useEffect with dependency. Next, we have useEffect with cleanup function. Let's start the practical demonstration for the useEffect. First of all, I am going to explain about the useEffect without dependency. First of all, I am going to import useEffect and declare the useEffect and provide callback function or anonymous function, we call this one. So here I am going to set the data which already I have created previously. So create array. Within this, use spread operator to update the data with already present data. So these values are already present here. So I am going to provide new values to get the updated values, right? So let's start the terminal and trigger the Next.Js application. So wait for a few seconds, we can access the URL. So after clicking, I am going to open the console page. So let's see the output. So you can see here it is achieving infinite loop. The reason to achieve infinite loop is we didn't use a dependency in useEffect. After creating a component has been called, first the useEffect will be triggered. So here we have the set data. Set data after updating set data, it will trigger the useEffect again. So it will again trigger the set data and it will again trigger the useEffect. It's going in a loop. So this is the advantage of using without a dependency. So to overcome this, so here I am going to provide dependency by creating array. If we provide empty array, it will render the useEffect only one time. So this empty array is indicating that you have to run the useEffect only one time at the initial rendering itself. So if we go here and the infinite loop has been stopped, refresh. So you can see it has been updated only one time and nothing has happened like infinite loop. So you want some external conditions also. In this case, I am going to create a new use state called data2 and set data2 and use state 5, and here console, no, here I am going to provide 2 and here I am going to provide on click arrow function set data 2 as a, so by default here we have 5, so I am going to provide 8. So let's go here and see this. Here I am going to provide data 2. So here what is going to be happen means, if we update the data by on click, it will trigger the useEffect again. It will render initially and it will trigger again. So I am going to provide console.log data. So let's see here. So I am going to refresh the page. Here we have the value 5 and if we click, it has triggered the useEffect and the value has been changed. This is what useEffect with dependency. Next I am gonna explain about the useEffect with cleanup functions. So here I am going to add set interval and 2 seconds. Within this set interval I am going to provide set data, so and remove this console and provide console here, console.log data. So let's go to the front end and refresh the page. You can see here the data has been updating and useEffect has been triggered only one time, but data has been update for every 2 seconds. This is because set interval has been provided here. We have to kill the interval before the function is going out the useEffect. So for that I am going to use a variable called clean up. Next I am going to provide clear interval and cleanup. So let's go to the front end and refresh the page. You can see here not even one time it has been triggered, because after creating set interval, immediately it clear the interval function, with help of clear interval functions. So this is why happening this. So the cleanup function means if the function need to be end, we have to kill the function, then only the action will be stopped, otherwise it will run again and again. Now we have reached the final part of this video. Please provide your thoughts about useEffect in comment section so you can evaluate yourself. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe the YouTube channel, you will get the updates regularly.